Reading, we only do reading. Now your phone, you not read from out there. Shouting on it. Shalom, Israel. I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica. Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shai Barakatah to my brothers. Yahweh Shama Ilatan Basham Yahweh Shai to my sisters. I.S.U.P.K. Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K. begin 1 West, 125th Harlem, New York. And I.S.U.P.K. is run today by Commanding General Yahanna, the only one given the rank and authority to lead Israel now. All right. Continuing out our Rastafarianism breakdown. Remember the last class we said we want to look at some of the Rastafarian houses. Or some of the houses are different sects in Rastafarianism.
North Sentinel Island lies to the west of the...
Now, what we realize with most Rastafarian, if not all of the Rastafarian sect, is that their belief is most often times Christian. All right, we visited one. That one, for some reason, I understand they are the only ones who keep Sabbath. Rastas don't keep Sabbath. So that means they are not necessarily in sync with the Most High's teaching. Are the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. But I remember I said to some of them, I had a discussion with someone, I said, listen, why the hell you running down Ethiopia and talking about Ethiopian thing? When you as an Israelite, greater things are promised and are in store for you than anything that is promised or might be in store for the Ethiopians. Something might be promised to them, you know. But the fact is, Israel have to watch Israel house. As a matter of fact, the Most High promised to destroy them. Well, maybe not utterly, but I'm sure they will be one. They again will be one to be bringing in their tribute to Jerusalem, as the Queen of Sheba did. All right, now but why aren't they understanding what really is happening with their people? And what I gather is that their main problem is the resentment of the white man, which is not bad. That is good. But in resenting the white man, they are also resenting teachings of the Bible. But I was explaining to some that are to one that it's because they don't have the proper breakdown why they end up resenting the white man and also resent the Bible. So, if I may, we can look at looking back at the curses to show that we are indeed Israel. Deuteronomy 28:1. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Now, Rastafarianism is you realize that most of these men who are Israelites, they're not following what the Most High say. So that put them outside of the Most High's promises. Probably that's why you have so much, they struggle so much. Because when you're outside of the Most High's commands, you know, he will send a sword against you, as he has promised. So, are they observing? Are they observing to do the Most High commands? Well, like I say, I understand they don't even keep the Sabbath. There's only one house, peacemakers. Only they're the only ones that keep Sabbath. And I interviewed one of them, and they told me, he explained to me that they don't really understand most of the other command, the high holidays and so that they should be keeping. But they understand the Sabbath, so they keep what they understand. That's between them and the Most High. But for most, the Rastafarian houses, it's, and funny enough, they don't take white men in their organization. As a matter of fact, they don't take any other race. Only black people. Well, that's the majority of people out here, and the majority, and that's who they are amongst. But from time to time, they have had white persons who come amongst them, and they don't take them in. They don't take in whites, they don't take in Indians, they don't take in anybody else. But they still have a lot of flaws. That is why the I.S.U.P.K can boldly state that I.S.U.P.K is the only truth and the home of the truth. Because you find that all these other groups, they have a part. Yeah. I mean, it's like you have a body, you're born with your head, your 2 hands, your 2 feet, and your organs. You might can cut off your 2 hand and your 2 foot and still be alive, but you are dismembered. So you find that most of these organizations, they are dismembering themselves because they only have part of the truth. And that will make them lukewarm. And that is if they are in. Because if you are in you and you are lukewarm, you'll be spewed out. But if you're not in, you'll be left behind totally. All right, that's Deuteronomy 28:1. Right. So even this I was explaining to them. I mean, this is the thing that I don't understand. They understand that the black man is to be the ultimate ruler of this earth. They know that. I'm wondering if it's a case that the truth just don't come to them fully as yet. Who knows? All right, so the Most High promised that if we observe and do all his commandments, that he will set us on high above all nations of the earth. They are aware of that. But what to be done to get them there, they are not so keen on that one. Deuteronomy 28 and 15. You want to read 15? 28 and 15. I'm going to read that get to you. That easy. I go on cool room. You put your bed in it.
But it came, Deuteronomy 28, verse 15.
Volume.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord, hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right. If this is now the flip side. If we do not follow, if it shall come to pass. Yes, and it come to pass so many times. If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, how do we hear the voice of the Lord of the Most High? Question?
By listening to the prophets and obeying the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
Listen to what?
The prophets of the Lord, men of the Lord.
By listening to the men of the Lord
and following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
So in today's day, how do we do that?
I.S.U.P.K.
All right, let me break it down. Let me simplify the question. How do you get the voice of the Lord thy God to you?
Through the priests and prophets of the I.S.U.P.K.
What is the voice of the Lord of the Most High to you?
Laws, statutes, and commandments.
The Bible. That's the answer I'm looking for. So the Bible is his voice to you, right? His chosen chosen leader of Israel, because he always have a prophet who choose for Israel. You can't say his command in General Yahanna.
Can't say.
Right. So, yeah, and I won't tell you to break the laws, for sure. But let's say there is something that is not in the laws which they decide to make a ruling on, then that stands. Example. Well, I don't know what kind of example I could give you. But whatever it is, they say don't do. It's not something that is breaking the law. You don't do it. All right, yeah, a good example, the 1 year rule.
Can't.
Yeah, that's not a law from the Bible. However, when you look into it, it's wisdom. So when Commanding General Yana, through the I.S.U.P.K, say, when a sister come in the school and you should not trouble him, you should not trouble her. You leave her for 6 months, then you can, you speak to captain over your school, then they might tell you, okay, fine, you can speak to her. You quote for 6 months. And then whatever, another 6 months, really after another 6 months, you can marry her. So it's actually, the 1 year is really for somebody just coming in. Somebody just coming in school. For 6 months, nobody knows supposed to touch her and talk to her in that way. Because the people come in to shed themselves off the world. So you let them forget them troubles. Because we all come with troubles. I don't come with them. Come with a lot of trouble. All right, so when that person, comes in the school, you right, you leave them alone. Let them find themselves. Then after that 6 months, they might be able to, after that first 6 months, they say, all right, yeah, she like you like her, she can talk, they could. Then 6 months after that, they might get permission to marry. Like I was explaining, that is not a biblical law, but it's wisdom. Because there are so many things that have happened in the past that would have led to that. All right, so that's an example. But the Most High says that we should hearken diligently unto His voice. So listening to His voice is listening to the Bible in this way, or you're listening to what the rules that are placed in the school. Because believe it or not, these rules that are in the school, it's the voice of the Most High. Because, oh, you know that. It's wisdom. There's no one that has ever listened to the school rules and have gone astray. Sorry. Listen to the school rule, and by listening, they have been led astray. No one, that has never happened to know. So, it's the voice of the Most High. That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All right. So one of the things that cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. But under the banner of Rastafarianism, some of the curses that is more pronounced, you could say like which one there is the idolatry again?
You can hear me. How about that one?
Answer.
Hey. Yeah, but you could come. So yeah, Kim, yeah, Shema Tabashima Shai to all the sisters. All right. So what about that one for holding on the classroom for the few, you know what I mean, for the couple minutes. You know what I mean? You've been rocking it out, you know what I mean? For a while now. Good. You know what I mean? Good work. Good job to you and the brothers and them down there in Jamaica. All right. So we're gonna get into some of this we're gonna try and get into a few things like Rastafarianism and stuff that's real big in Jamaica. You know what I mean? The movement have been so big, it's almost like nigh onto what Christianity with all the different splits that are taking place with all the different, you know what I mean, with different houses. You know what I mean? When it comes to the church, it's different Christian church, different sects. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to crush that whole Rastafarianism, that whole, that whole vibe. You know what I mean? Of Haile Selassie, some nasty, skinny Ethiopian being the king. You understand? That will never happen. No day, no way, according to this Bible. You understand? So we're gonna get into a little bit of the as I said, a little bit Rastafarianism. We're gonna start off the class with that. All right, so we're gonna play a video, right, to show you where basically where this whole their whole philosophy of growing dreadlocks and smoking, where they smoking weed, everything come from. You understand? All right. So let's get a few minutes and we'll queue up the video for it. All right. So let's go. All right. So that's an East Indian woman. You know what I mean? Snake eater. All right. So now pause that for 1 minute for me there, right? Pause that for 1 minute. And these what I want. I want somebody to get maybe from the Bible, not the Bible, but a regular dictionary, syncretism. Yeah, syncretism. All right. And you're gonna get to understand, what religion is all about. You understand what I'm saying? Religion is what we will call man-made, right? This Bible is not a religious book, as the white man or all these other heathens will have you think. The Bible is a history book. You understand? The Bible is a book for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. That's our guide to life. You understand? That's our guide to living in or on this earth. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So this brother Maya going to read for us what syncretism, the meaning of syncretism. Right, go on.
Syncretism, the amalgamation or attempted amalgamation of different religions, cultures, or schools of thought.
You understand? It's just like Christianity. Christianity has the what? The Bible and other pagan holidays mixed into it. You understand? Just like the Rastas. The Rastas have what? The Rastafarianism has what? The Bible and this East Indian custom what? Mixed into it. You understand? That's man-made. That has nothing to do with the Bible. You understand? All right? Read it again for them. Syncretism one more time.
Syncretism, the amalgamation or attempted amalgamation of different religions, cultures, or schools of thought.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. No, that's solid right there. That gives you, the idea of, what it is, what they're trying to push, right? And that's religion for you. You understand? So go ahead and continue playing the video now.
Wear dreadlocks. And out in the West, a lot of people, when they see dreadlocks, they think of Jamaicans, they think of the country Jamaica, or they think of, the music icon Bob Marley. But even though Bob Marley made dreadlocks really, really popular, he definitely made dreadlocks an icon for people to wear. The originator of dreadlocks, the trendsetter of dreadlocks, was definitely Shiva.
Hold on. You hear how this East Indian lady talking and this daughter talking? You understand? She's what? The trendsetter. Who speaks like that? Black people. That's how we speak. You understand? We set the trend. You understand? We the one where have all the vibes in the world, all the salt in the world. You understand? Now she gonna come and say what? That even though Bob Marley, who we all know is by now is a white man.
Right.
You understand? Bob Marley is a full-fledged white man.
That's right.
Right? He had a white father, therefore he is a what? White man. Right? You are of the seed of your father. You understand? So, with that being said, you understand? What are we really getting ourselves into when we go worship or when we go into Rastafarianism? We actually worshiping who? Shiva. You understand? Like she said. And you know, the East Indians, they have a God for every day, a God for everything. You understand? If my stomach could have taken it, I would have shown you a video of an East Indian with a glass. You know, the glass, a glass in my drink, your wine in, or some juice or some liquor in, and he is behind a cow's behind, catching cow piss in a glass and drinking it. You understand? I cannot stomach it, so I will not even play it on this forum. It's too disgusting. You understand? And now we gonna follow after their gods. You understand? When we go into Rastafarianism, right? Continue. Uh-huh.
So I actually want to explain the significance of juttas and why we have them and their spiritual significance. So when we have juttas, right, and actually dreadlocks is in the agamas. They tell you exactly how many dreadlocks to have on your head, how long to wear them, and even to the point of where they said, like in the agamas, where it says that to even put 5 rudrakshas after you get your jatas. So actually, let me go into that. So in the agamas, it says that you can have like a number of jatas, starting with 5,
Uh,
11, 13, 26,
and pause it.
28,
Pause it there
36.
just for pause it there just for a minute, right? We'll just skip. We'll start skipping around a little bit in a while, right? And just to help you all out also too, like with the so-called Rasta saying that what's his name, that Samson had dreadlocks on his head. That's a lie. Samson never had dreadlocks on his head. You understand? Dreadlocks is dead here. You understand? That's not our custom. You understand? As you're here, and by now you should understand that that's not our custom. The East Indian now tell you that what? That the trendsetter is who? Shiva. You understand? That's not our culture. Not combing our hair is not our culture. Just letting our hair grow wild is not our culture. You understand what I'm saying? Like Samson, when they say Samson had 7 locks in his hair, it mean braids. You understand? Braid is something where you can do what? You can lock, you can interlock it, and you could take it out. Yeah, you understand? What they have on their head, those rastas have on their head, is dead hair. You understand? All right. Go on. All right. Right. So, okay, go ahead.
50 and then 82. So those are the number amount. I actually got 50. And then the length is supposed to be to your Swadhisthana chakra. The reason for that is the longer your hair is, it actually is strengthening your nervous system. And not only that, but in the agamas, it also said to wear 5 rudrakshas in your dreads, which I am
And
doing.
you
Like this
understand?
is
Like
one.
this is
And I
this is so, you know what I mean, this is so I want to say cartoonish. You know what I mean? It's so when you really sit down and try to, you know what I mean, digest the garbage that they trying to, you know what I mean, trying to push to make it look like it's so holy. Like I mean, like what they're saying when it's from a people that have no wisdom. You understand? Go to Deuteronomy, I believe Deuteronomy 4 and 6. All right, let's get Deuteronomy 4 and 6. You understand? Right? Like we have to start coming back to doing what the Lord said to do. We gotta come back and start doing the Lord's statutes, and commandments. As plain, as simple as I could, as I could put it. You understand? Come on.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding.
For this is your what?
Your wisdom.
Your wisdom. You understand? This is your wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? In the sight of what?
For this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations.
Right. This is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the other nation. Like, you want to be looked at as being wise and an understanding nation, then we as a people have to start obeying what the Lord say to do.
Right.
You understand? And one of those things is not be a Rasta. Right. You understand? Not believe in these, in being in the Rastafarian way. Right. Or believing in Selassie. You understand? We're gonna come to that skinny Ethiopian in a while. All right? The Lord wants us to be separate from these heathens. Right? So read it again, finish it off.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, and verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
You understand? That's what should be said for us. You understand? We should be laughing. All of us should be laughing at what this heathen, this East Indian woman is saying here. You understand?
Right.
Concerning their belief on dreadlocks. Right. You understand? The whole take on Rastafarianism. Go ahead. Continue with the thing now. Yeah.
I have like 5 within my hair all throughout. So that's what it says in the Alchemist. And the significance of dreadlocks, of Shiva Jatas, is actually when you have a slight pressure in your hair, it actually opens up subtle grooves in your brain that can attain, or that can actually hold the energy of enlightenment. So when you get jatas, when you get
scripture a little bit for me.
you're as soon as possible when you do the in the courtyard.
Their belief on dreadlocks, you understand? The whole take on Rastafarianism.
All right. But I want to put you on mute.
You know? Yeah. Okay.
If you have any questions, just stop it and say Salaki, sir. Go ahead. All right.
Said that when you get Shiva Jatas, when you get dreadlocks, you are actually embodying the divine. How? Because when you look like Shiva, eventually you will act like Shiva and ultimately become Shiva.
Right,
so Jatas is
that's
another
enough.
way.
That's enough. You understand? Right? When it comes to, the dreadlocks, we're going to get to the smoking and the weed too. Don't think we forget about that.
Right.
We didn't forget about that. All right? Right? She is looking for a theological answer. Huggins, what are you talking about? This woman is talking about about their belief, about East Indians' belief. Their belief in why they should grow their dreadlocks. You understand? They will go wash their hair in the Ganges River, that nasty river. All of them are taking a dump in. You understand? The most filthiest places on the face of the earth you could think about going and take a bath in. You understand? Don't think she's looking for a theological answer. That's garbage according to the Bible.
Right.
You understand? Dreadlocks, we are not supposed to have dreadlocks on our head. You understand? It's an East Indian custom, right? Go to Go to Exodus. Go to Exodus 20. All right? And this is the laws, right? What are the laws of the Bible for? What are the laws of the Bible to do? Anybody on the Facebook, YouTube, what are the laws of this Bible to do? Or Abadan one, anybody in the room right here? Why did the Lord give Israel these laws? No, 20. Yes. No, start at verse 20 and 1. All right. What are these laws of this Bible for? Huggins, come on, answer. If you're not going against me, then answer the question, Huggins. What are the laws of this Bible for? Anybody on the YouTube, Facebook, what are the laws of the Bible for?
Cancer.
Come on.
To protect you from the curses. To protect you from the curses.
To protect you from the curses. You're there. I want a little more, but you're correct with what you're saying. It does protect you against the curses or the punishment. But what are the laws really for?
Yeah. Sir,
Cancer.
to keep you, to make you closer to the Almighty.
You're right. What you're saying is correct also too. Okay. Maybe the way I'm asking the question, it may be difficult for you to get what I'm trying to get to. But what I'm trying to get to is basically what topic we on right now. We on what? We on Rastafarianism, right? And that it's a lie. Okay? The laws of this Bible is basically to separate us from the Egyptians, from the Africans, from the Chinese, from the white man, from the Ethiopian. The laws of this Bible is to separate us from them. You understand? Now, when you go to, if somehow you find yourself in some market in Ethiopia, you understand, and they're selling a horse tongue or whatever in the market, you know you're not supposed to buy that. You understand? You know you were going to stay far away from that. Or you go somewhere and they're selling shark. You understand? You might see these eating, especially if you go on the I know in Trinidad they go on the beach. That's one of the things you go to the beach for, a bacon shark. You understand? But you know that you ain't supposed to be eating no what? Bacon shark. You can eat bacon on salmon. You understand? And bacon some fish that has scale on it. You understand? Right? Now, as I was saying, Huggins, you see what I'm saying? Growing your hair and having locks is not a problem. Well, Huggins, you could do that, but not in the UPK. You can grow you could grow a dreadlocks and be, you know what I mean, be fly in the Christian church. But you see in here, we're gonna follow what the Lord said to do. We are not going to have the customs of the so-called of any other nation in here. You understand? That's why you see in here we don't promote dreadlocks because it's not our custom. So Huggins, you are fully against us if you're talking about dreadlocks is not a problem. It's a problem because it's not our custom. Right? Right, so carry me to Exodus 20, start at verse 1.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 1.
Right? So Huggins, be a little more. Okay, now you're being on point. If you was listening earlier, I did say it's braids, right? And I'm specifically say the word dreadlocks, not locks. You understand? If you talk about locks being braids, yes, it's okay for us to have braids. Right. You understand? That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about dreadlocks. I'm talking about dead hair on your head. Right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about brothers who have braids. Brothers who have braids, that's our custom. You understand? Those break afro, that's our custom. Right? Go ahead. Exodus.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And God spake all these words, saying, verse 2, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
All right. He's telling you he brought us out of what? A bondage. You understand? He brought us out of what we will call oppression or slavery in Egypt. Right? Read on.
Verse 3, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Verse 4,
Thou shalt have what?
thou shalt not have no other gods before me.
You understand? You want to grow dreadlocks. You want to smoke the weed. You want to, what how to say it? You want to burn the chalice. I mean, light up the chalice, make it burn down what Rome? You understand? You want to do all of that? You serving another God. And the Most High is going to make sure your congregation get burned down or your congregation be in hell. You understand? Like, he's not going to be with you in your sin, as the young man was saying. You understand? These laws are so that the Lord don't have to what? Curse us. He doesn't have to punish us. You understand? All right? Huggins, be specific. Yeah. Huggins, you might need some help. Moses offers cannabis in the sanctuary, brother. Huggins, you have to show me that in the Bible. What you talking about? Show me where Moses offered brothers, you know what I mean, weed. You know what I mean, you have to. Are you high right now, Huggins? Are you smoking weed right now watching this class? It won't go down good right now, Huggins, because we're going right there with it next to show you how smoking weed is wrong. You understand? And it's against God. And you are destroying your body, which is the temple of the Lord. You understand? Right? Give us the laws to separate. Correct, Tamar. Tamar said to separate us from other nations. Correct. All right? That's what these laws are for. Right? Skip me down to verse 5. All right?
Verse 5.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
You understand? Haile Selassie. You understand? Don't bow down yourself to serve no other God but the Most High power. You understand? You want to talk about how it's like one skinny Ethiopian. Come on.
For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
He's a what?
A jealous God.
Like the power you're playing with is a jealous God.
That's right.
You understand? What a woman does in her jealousy is really simple compared to what the Lord could do with his jealousy when he is jealous. You know, a woman jealous, she cut your car up, she key your car up, she cut your clothes up. You know what I mean? Throw some hot water on you if you're bad lucky. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Do the whole works, go the whole 9 yards on you. You know what I mean? When the Lord ready for your ark.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's a different story. You understand? That's a totally different story. You take a walk on the AIDS ward. It's a different story. You understand? Or, you know what I mean, cancer ward, whatever. When the Lord ready for you, it's a done deal. And for us as a people to be outside, to get out of that of that type of punishment,
right.
You understand? We have to start obeying the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? Read on.
Come. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
You understand? You know what I mean? Like of them that what?
Of them that hate me.
Of them that hate me. You understand? Like the Lord looks at it as black and white. If you do his law, statutes, and commandment, that means you love the Lord. If you don't do it, that means you hate the Lord. Simple. You want to grow dreadlocks? That is showing the Lord that you hate his culture, you hate what he stands for. You understand? You want to smoke weed? That's showing the Lord that you hate his culture, you hate whatever he stands for. You understand? And he is coming for you.
That's right.
You understand? He is coming for you. There's something called throat cancer, lung cancer, and the Lord don't play. You understand? Like the white man, he will smoke cannabis from now till he 100 years and be healthy and make videos. You try it now and see what's gonna happen to you. You're gonna be on the ward with drips. You understand? Somebody with what they call a spatula or something in the hand trying to clean your throat out because you can't help yourself, because you're dying, because your Lord dealing with you. You understand what I'm saying? Get me where it say read verse 6. I'm trying to think about this one.
Verse 6. And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me.
And showing what?
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me.
You understand? You trying day and night to do what the Lord said to do. He gonna show you his love, man. And all this hell we in right now, he gonna show you some love. He gonna send you some brothers your way to help you in whatever trial and tribulation you're going through in this day and age. You understand? He gonna send some sister your way to help you. You know what I mean? And whatever you're going through. You understand? But he want to see that you actually doing what? You actually trying to obey what he said to do. He want to see that. He don't want to see you being proud and saying what? Ain't nothing wrong with dreadlocks. Ain't nothing wrong with having locks in your hair. It's something wrong with it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be written in the Bible.
Right.
You understand? Otherwise, the law would not separate us from other nation customs. You understand? There's something wrong with it. You understand? So we're going to queue up the next video now. This video here is about the weed heads. You understand? The weed heads, the aka drug addicts. You understand? No, you're not smoking to get high to the Most High, because the Most High don't smoke to get high. You understand? So you ain't getting high to get high with the Most High. You getting high because you are a drug addict. And you have plenty problems and troubles, and you are trying to forget about it. So you're going to self-medicate yourself with marijuana to get high. You understand? Well, you take your time. You know what I mean? I trying to disrupt a weed head right now. Right? And now I know we are back in India again.
With prayer, meditation, and marijuana.
And what? Hold on. And what? You sure I just hear what I just hear there?
Meditation and marijuana.
So they come to serve their God with marijuana. East Indians, good night. You understand?
God Shiva with prayer, meditation, and marijuana. In most societies, marijuana is a forbidden narcotic. But here at the Shivaratri festival, it's a sacred gift from the gods.
Just so you rastas might have to go, that might be Mecca to you all. Right? Just know that may be Mecca to you all. You understand? Good night. Right? Go on.
In the Nepali capital of Kathmandu, huge crowds pack the city streets. They flock towards the 1,500-year-old temple of Pashupatinath, the country's holiest shrine for the god Shiva. It's said that Shiva, one of 3 Hindu deities, once used this location as a hideout during a dispute with the other 2 gods. Today, Pashupatinath plays host to Shiva's most sacred festival, Shivaratri. Over 100,000 Hindus have come here from across Nepal and India to celebrate the occasion. This religious band has traveled through Delhi.
Let's pause it there for now, right? So you get the gist of it, right? These East Indian have a god that they smoke marijuana to. You understand? They have a god that they grow what? Dreadlocks to. You understand? Now you understand that Rastafarianism ain't nothing unique. You understand? It's not unique. It came from these East Indian customs. You understand? And as Mahaya read earlier on with the definition of what definition you had there? Syncretism, where you take, you know what I mean, your beliefs and you join them together to form a religion. You understand? You sync it together. You understand? No, Huggins, where's your evidence? You just made a claim that what? That Moses, let me see what he said about Moses. See what he said about Moses. Too far up. Somebody can get it back and post it. You said something about Moses. You want evidence again? All the evidence here right now. It's in the Bible. We read them straight out the Bible, showing you that these things are not our custom, and the Lord doesn't want us to do them. So give me where you're at. Proverbs what?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
An ungodly man.
A what?
An ungodly man.
Listen good, Huggins. Listen good. You're getting high? Tell him where you're at. Proverbs what?
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 27.
Mm-hmm.
An ungodly man diggeth up evil.
Uh-huh.
And in his lips there is a burning fire.
And in his lips what?
There is a burning fire.
There's a burning fire. You understand? A godly man. Where's the marijuana plant? Where does the marijuana plant come from that you have in your mouth? You understand? Right? Yeah, he said Moses offered cannabis in what sanctuary? That's right. I'm mother. You understand? Huggins, you just want to get high. You understand? In UPK, we'll teach you how to get over that drug addiction you have.
That's right.
That little drug addiction you have, we could teach you how to get over it. Right. You understand? We know black people, we're in pain, we're in suffering. So we try to self-medicate ourselves and use marijuana as one of the ways to self-medicate our problems when that will not take care of your problem. What takes care of your problem is you changing, Huggins. Right. Or anybody. You know what I mean? Just like me, I had to change to get rid of my problems. You understand? All right. Read it again one more time for Huggins.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 27.
Uh-huh.
An ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is a burning fire.
And in his lips is a burning fire. I'm going to teach you how to get over it by letting you know the Lord is going to kill you if you do not stop smoking weed. If you don't stop getting high, the Lord is going to put you to death. Not me. You understand? You understand? You want to know how to change? What city are you in? First, let's get that. Tell me type in what city you're in, Huggins. I'll give you the steps to changing. You understand? And that's your problem with most of us. You understand? We know what in this Bible is the truth. We know what coming out, what the UPK under command of GEN.YAHANNA is teaching is the truth. The problem is changing. It's hard. You understand? It's difficult. You understand? Give up that weed, man. Give up that dreadlock. Give up that culture. You know what I mean? Your culture is so much way better than these heathen culture, man. That's right. When you listen or do your research and see the how to put it, the retardation of some of these so-called gods and their belief in these gods, you'll be like, boy, what am I doing? What am I really doing? You understand? Right. Like the UPK is the place to be, man. That's right. Ain't no way I'm gonna be anywhere else but here. Right. You understand? So Huggins, come on, tell me what city you're in. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna give you the first step into kicking that that marijuana habit or that drug addiction you have. Right? Where's the next one? Carry me to the one in Ezekiel. All right. Before you go to Ezekiel, let's get a little more on these drug addicts in India.
Praise Shiva by singing devotional songs and smoking marijuana. This is our diet, Shiva's blessing for us. It's always available. Wherever we stay, it comes to us automatically. The way normal people need food, we need this to concentrate on Shiva. In many religions, it would be taboo for a god to associate with drugs. But Shiva was known as the Lord of Bong. Bong is a local word for marijuana. Shiva is often portrayed with half-closed eyes. Most say this is a sign of meditation, but some claim it's an effect of marijuana.
This is effect on a drug header and a drug addict.
Shiva used to eat the leaves of the marijuana plant. Today, these followers honor him by smoking them. As referred to in mythology, Shiva consumed marijuana as a blessing. Therefore, a true follower of Shiva consumes it too. At Shiva Ratri, such followers are everywhere. Marijuana is illegal in Nepal, and possession can result in up to a month in prison. But on this day each year, the ban is lifted for religious reasons.
All right. So if you want, you all could go and finish watching these drug addicts, right? You all could see where where the smoking weed come from. They say they smoke to do what? To get closer to what? To Shiva. What do Rasta say they do? They smoke to get close to who? To the Most High. Yeah, right? Or Selassie, their God. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're just drug addicts. You understand? And they could get help. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I mean, these East Indians, they could smoke and drop dead as far as I care. I mean, smoke until it comes out wherever hole you want to smoke until it come out of. You understand? But you brothers, I mean, Hagen, if you are an Israelite, you should stop. You understand? Don't respect me, but respect what this Bible and what the Most High has to say about smoking weed and growing dreadlocks. You understand? Now, my question is, see if I could pose it, correctly enough for you all to understand. How how do you get rid of a so-called God? How do you get rid of a God? I want to say a God, meaning someone like Buddha, like Serge Bourget. You understand? These figures, as we on Rastafarianism, Selassie, Haile Selassie. How do we get rid of these gods that our people want to, serve? How do we get rid of them? Let me see if Facebook could get made first or YouTube. How do we get rid of a God? And I what scripture? You understand? So Huggins could see that, we coming out the Bible with everything. You understand? We don't just quote stuff out our mouth. You know what I mean? Words don't fall from mouth like it falls from our butt cheeks, Huggins. Like what you're doing right now. You understand? We what we say we could back up in this Bible. You understand? So come on. How do you get rid of a God? Because when Christ returned with those 200 million angels, ain't no more Serge Bourget gonna be in this place. Ain't no more, you know what I mean, Jah Rastafari gonna be in this place. And you get caught saying Jah Rastafari, that may be last time you have a lip or a tongue in your mouth. You know what I mean? Or a head on your shoulder. You understand? It ain't gonna be no more of that when Christ returned. You understand? So how do you get rid of a God? You understand? Give 1 more minute. But any one of you all there wanna take a shot of it? Shot at it?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
You tear down their high places and burn their altars.
Chain down their what?
High places and burn their altars.
Chain down. Okay. Chain down their high places and their altars, meaning their place of worship. You mean destroying it? Anybody again?
I kill out the followers.
Say one more time.
I kill out the followers.
Or you do what?
Kill out the followers. Kill the followers.
Kill the followers. My God, Abadawan. No, but the latter thing you said is basically that's how you get rid of a God. You understand? The followers are the ones that have to be dealt with. You understand? That's why when Christ returned, you know what I mean, you get caught, you know what I mean, celebrating, you know what I mean, Christmas or, you know what I mean, worshiping Serge Bourget. The picture and you going to, you know what I mean, going in the grave. You know what I mean? Both of you won't get buried that same day. You know what I mean? Go to I don't know if you all remember remember when we was fighting, there's a time we was fighting, I think either a war or the children of Israel were getting killed out a time in the wilderness. And what you call it again? And there was a man who buried gold items under his tent. And it was found out that he did that. Right? And his family, everybody was put to death. And it pleased the Lord. You understand? The Lord, he doesn't play. No, take me to Zephaniah 2:9. All right? Take me to Zephaniah 2:9. You have it now, yeah? All right, we getting it. Don't worry, we getting it now. Yeah, Zephaniah 2:9. All right. Go see how the Lord gonna deal with these heathens here. And the Lord don't play. He don't play around at all. He don't mess around at all. You know what I mean? Tell you don't do something, don't do it. You know what I mean? Come on.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 9. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah.
Right? Surely. You say what?
Surely Moab.
I shall tell you, start at verse 8.
Okay.
Before you right? Before you go there, let's finish up the I forget what was going on the weed. Yeah, Ezekiel 8 and and 17. All right, we're going to further kill Huggins high here right now. Hopefully, all the blunt while the class going on. I mean, no, you good. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 8, verse 17. Then he said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah?
Is it a light thing? You know what I mean? Like you're going to have some people saying, well, you know what I mean, dreadlocks ain't nothing. It's just here in your head. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing wrong with, you know what I mean, having here in your head, right? I mean, it seems light here. Ain't nothing, you know what I mean, like smoking weed. Come on, we just, you know what I mean, enjoying life. It's small. It's just, you know what I mean, it's having fun, right? It's light. Yes, you know what I mean? I say YOLO, one life to live, right? It's a light thing to who?
The house of Judah, that they commit the abominations which they commit here.
The abominations, you understand? What's abomination? Right, something disgusting. That's right. You know what I mean? Like the Lord is saying what? Read one more time.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 8, verse 17. Then he said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence.
But they have filled the land with what?
With violence.
All the killing taking place, man. That song right now, I'm a top song. I'll tell Abadan one. What brother Chronic Law, circumstances, showing you how, you know what I mean, black on black crime, basically. You know what I mean, you go kill my brother, I am coming to get revenge for you, on you. You understand? That type of lifestyle we live in. You understand? All because of being a drug addict. You understand? We poor, and what they do is they push that drugs, and now we fighting amongst each other. You understand? For turf, for a corner, for about, you know what I mean, $1,000 or some weed. You know what I mean? This is my block where I'm gonna sell this on right here. You don't come here, this, that, the other. No, we fight tooth and nail and kill each other off of that. You understand? Read on.
And have returned to provoke me to anger. And lo, they put the branch to their nose.
And they what?
They put the branch to their nose.
And they put the branch to their nose. He told you what this is one of the abominable things that they do. They put that branch to their nose. You a drug addict. You understand? You're a weed head. You understand? And the Lord is against you being a weed head or a drug addict. Right. Smoking weed is wrong. Getting high is wrong. Right. You understand? It's not our culture. The East Indian, that's their culture. You understand? Whoever Shiva is, some myth god. Right. You understand? Some made up god. Right. You understand? You go talk to the East Indian, as I said, they have a god for every day of the year. You understand? There's a God in the cow. There's a God in everything. You understand? Sometimes rain wasn't falling in some parts of India. You know what the wise elders said, or wise elders did? They went and married 2 frogs. No, it sounds funny. It sounds like something I made up. But that is what they did. You understand? Like these other nations are really not even on our level. But because we're not obeying the Lord allowed these nations to come above us. You understand? They're not even nowhere on our level. You understand? When it comes to hygiene, you know we have it on all these nations. Right. You know what I mean? You walk past an African who, you know what I mean, early in the morning, you will swear you were in the jungle. In what was one of them jungles in Brazil? In the Amazon. You might think you walk through the Amazon jungle. You understand? You get a good whiff of an East Indian. Oh boy. You might think that, you know what I mean, she's wearing smelling salt, so he's wearing smelling salt. You're gonna be up and ready. You know what I mean? Trust me. You know what I mean? We have it on these heathens. Right. You understand? But the Lord have us in this situation because we don't want to obey what he said to do. You understand? And Rastafarianism is one of the religions or one of these ways the Lord do not want us to follow. You understand? He does not. You know what I mean? He's fully against it. You understand? You understand? All right, go on. All right, so read that part where put the branch.
And they put the branch to their nose.
And they put that branch to their nose, man. I mean, you want to burn that incense, burn it up to Jah. You understand? Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. You're just being a drug addict, that's all. And you find an excuse to be a drug addict. Right. You know what I mean? Now carry me to the one in Corinthians. All right. Yes. And I don't want to hear nothing about health wise, it's not good. Health wise, this, that, the other. You know what I mean? To hell with that. Do it because the Lord said not to do it. You know what I mean? Anytime you start to go down the health wise, it's not healthy, this, that, the other, then you telling me that what the white man says is more important than the Bible. You understand? Do it because the Lord said do not do it. 1 Corinthians, I think 6. Yeah. All right. Do it because the Lord said to do it, man. I mean, to hell with, you know what I mean, with what the white man have to say about it. But do it because the Lord said to do it. And if you do it because the Lord said to do it, as the Lord said, that's love. You know what I mean? Love is doing the Lord's statutes and commandments. You understand? Come on, where you at?
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
That ye are what?
The temple of God.
Ye are the temple of God. You understand? Like your body is important to the Most High, man. What you put into that body is important. That's why he gave us a dietary law. That's right. You understand? If it wasn't what go inside of us was that important, then he would not have given us a dietary law. Right. You understand? He tell you don't eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. He tell us don't eat it. You know what I mean? We go consume it and we get all the disease known to man. You understand? When the white man, the Chinese, you know what I mean? The Chinese look like a pig, you know, like a swine. You know what I mean? They could eat pig from now till whatever, and the Lord ain't going to do them, you know what I mean? They're good to go. Even the white man. They could eat pork, crab, shrimp, lobster, you know what I mean? And they're fine. They don't need to go see a doctor like we need to go see doctor after. Right. And the doctor got to tell us, if you eat any more of this, I'm going to have to chop one of your limbs off. All right? Go on.
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
And the what?
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you.
And the Spirit of God dwell in you. You understand? It's a sin to smoke weed. Right. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You're a black man right now. You sitting now in front of the screen, listening to this with a blunt in your hand. Put it down. Start now. You know what I mean? I'll allow you one more puff. Out it. Throw it away. You understand what I'm saying? Come on.
Salaki, sir. When I stopped smoke weed, this was told to me while I was watching General Mahaiman's scripture breakdown class.
Come on.
General Mahaiman made it clear that you smoking weed right now, watching Captain Nyatak break down the scriptures, you are equal to a homosexual. You understand?
I was trying to be nice then.
No, I cannot one can. You equal to a homosexual, a pedophile, a drug dealer, someone
who is diabolical in all types of manner of evil. You
That's
equal
right.
to them.
That's right.
So put it down, and the only place you can find help right now is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
That's right. You know what I mean? That's right, Ak. You understand? That's the only way you could get that help. All right? That's the only place you could get that help. You go in a Christian church, you're liable to smoke more weed than you did before you went in.
Right.
Straight up and down, because pastor going to be asking where you getting that good kush from. You know what I mean? Because he going to be in it too. Yeah, while he touching you. All right? So just, you know what I mean, come in here, get the help you need, man. You know what I mean? Their brother set up in here to help you with your problems, with your issues. All right? Come on, Maya. Any more? Come on.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
If any man defile the temple of God,
Mm-hmm.
him shall God destroy.
What?
If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy.
You understand? The Bible speaks about Christ returning. That's what the Bible speaks of. How many Christian churches you know out there? Yeah, I mean, how many sects of Rastafarianism you know out there? Has it helped black people? No, the Lord is going to destroy it. He's going to make sure that it does not help black people. Because if they are to be successful and to show, it's going to show black people, well, maybe growing dreadlocks is, you know what I mean, is helping black people. Maybe smoking weed is actually helping black people. When it's not, it's actually destroying us more and more and more. You understand? Right? Yeah, that's Tamara, that's just an excuse that Christian use. You understand? Give me where Christ said, "Be ye perfect." Yes, give me that scripture. You understand? All right. All right. That's just somebody that's want to cop out, who just want to sin. You know what I mean? When they make that statement, when they use that like incidents in the Bible where brothers fall. When brothers fall in the Bible, it's to show you an example of how they fall so that you don't have to make the same error they made. You understand? That's the reason why it's in there. Right? Yeah, you have it for me? All right. Come on. All right.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 48.
Mm-hmm.
Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect.
This is what Christ is saying, and this is what I'm going to follow. You understand? It's saying, be ye what?
Therefore perfect.
Just as your Father in heaven is what? Perfect. You understand? Be ye perfect, man. You understand? Christ never smoked no weed. Christ never grew no dreadlocks. Christ never said Jah Rastafari, oh, King Emmanuel, this, that, the other. You understand? You're gonna tell me they was not wrong at that time. I don't care if there was a wrong at that time, he would not have been doing it. You understand? Because Christ was not an Ethiopian. And we're going to see what the Lord haven't stuck for these Ethiopians that we in the Caribbean, you know what I mean, try to, you know what I mean, get close to. You know what I mean? We migrate to, you know what I mean, to try and say what where's the land? Addis Ababa? I mean, that's not our homeland. You understand? That's the homeland of our homeland of flies and doo-doo. Our homeland is Jerusalem.
Right.
You understand? For the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. That's our homeland. Now, give me I think we had Zephaniah. Yes, no, don't go to 2 and 12 as yet. Start back at I think it's 2 and 9, and we'll get to 12. All right. 2 and Zephaniah, 2 and 12 is one of my favorite scripture when I, you know what I mean, dealing with this whole Selassie thing. All right, go ahead.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, as I live,
Take your time. All right. So we're going to get it. We're going to show you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We're going to show it right here in this Bible. You know what I mean? Smoking weed is wrong. The whole Rastafarian movement is just, you know what I mean, just another Black Panther movement that is going to fail. You understand? Ain't nothing different, just like Marcus Garvey. That failed. Yeah, I mean, all he talked about, he was great, he was this, he was that. It failed. You understand? He's dead, and black people are worse off than when he was here. Right. You understand? Right. Come on.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 9. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom,
right,
and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah.
Right. So he talked about the Chinese and the Japanese. You understand? Well, what they call them? What they call them in Jamaica? Mataran. You understand? Like the law gonna deal with these Chinese, man. You understand? That's why you don't need to go rob no Chinese.
Right.
You know what I mean? You go rob a Chinese now, the Lord is fitting to either put you to death. You know what I mean? When I say put you to death, meaning you gonna try to go rob one of these Chinese people, and you might be killed in the process, or you might be locked up away for life. You understand? The Lord have something in stock for these Chinese men and these so-called Japanese people. Mataran and them has something coming the way. Oh boy, I tell them enjoy the life right now. Enjoy life right now. Enjoy oppressing black people on the island. You understand? Enjoy oppressing the Native Indians on the island. Right? Lord has something stuck for you. Read.
Even the breeding of nettles.
Come on.
And salt pits. And a perpetual desolation.
All right, a perpetual desolation. The Lord want to make sure he do them in good.
That's right.
You understand? Do them Chinese in good, them Japanese in good. You know what I mean? You want to oppress black people? The Lord has something stuck for you, man. He gonna make your places desolate. You know what I mean? You think you could leave Jamaica and then go back to China? He gonna make that place desolate. You know what I mean? Read on.
The residue of my people shall spoil them.
The what?
The residue of my people shall spoil them.
Right, it's gonna come a time when when the Lord is going to allow us, you know what I mean, to get in on the mix. You understand? He said what? The residue of what?
Of my people shall spoil them.
All right, what does it mean to spoil? Come on. Right.
Most High gonna allow us to take back from them what they did from us.
Right.
Do to them what they did to us.
Right. We gonna get back Blue Mountains. Abada one Aya and young man. We gonna get Blue Mountains back. Trust me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like me some coffee. I feel it. It's hard knowing that all this money going to them Chinese and them. You understand? Maybe we're gonna get back some of that. Get it all back. All right, come on.
And the remnant of my people shall possess them.
We're gonna possess them. You understand? And then now they're gonna be the ones growing or harvesting your coffee or whatever, your corn, your cane.
That's right.
You understand? We're gonna be the ones in charge. Right. Read on.
Verse 10. This shall they have for their pride.
This shall they have for their what?
For their pride.
For their pride. You understand? The so-called Chinese and them, they're proud. The Japanese, they're proud. They are proud people. For their pride, they think they, you know what I mean, they're better than you. Ain't no sweat. You know what I mean? You're 2 cents short, they're sending you out the store. You understand? Ain't no sweat. You know what I mean? Read on.
Because they have reproached and magnified themselves against the people of the Lord of hosts.
Right? Read on.
Verse 11. The Lord will be terrible unto them.
The what?
The Lord will be terrible unto them.
I mean, you don't know how to raise your hand, black man. The Lord gonna be terrible unto these Chinese. You think it bad now? They can't see with their slanted eyes. It's gonna be worse than that, Doc. And you know what I mean, when the Lord ready for them,
right?
You know what I mean? You think things bad for them right now? They're looking retarded. They're looking like Down syndromes, just walking around. You know what I mean? You look like they all need some yellow hats, or you know what I mean, or one of them caution jackets on, walking around, looking for help. You know what I mean? When the Lord ready for them, ask him and ask what? You know what I mean? We gonna know. Go on.
For he will famish all the gods of the earth.
For they will what?
For he will famish all the gods of the earth.
But he's going to famish all the gods of the earth. Right. You understand? And how does he do? How does he famish the gods of the earth? Abada one. Abada one, you with me?
Cancer.
How do they famish the gods of the earth?
Killing the followers.
You understand? That's how the Most High famish the gods of the earth. You understand? Ain't no getting around it. You understand? Ain't no getting around. You know what I mean? This is what the Lord's saying here. Read it one more time, Maya.
Verse 10. This shall they have for their pride, because they have reproached and magnified themselves against the people of the Lord of hosts. Verse 11. The Lord will be terrible unto them, for he will famish all the gods of the earth.
For he
will famish all the gods of the earth.
You understand? Shiva ain't gonna have nobody smoking weed to him. You understand? Ain't nobody growing no locks to Shiva again. You know what I mean? Like the Lord gonna famish these gods by doing what? By putting the followers to death. You understand? When Christ return, if you want to worship, you know what I mean? If you want to be what they call a Shiva, a Vashni, or whatever they call him, you're gonna die. You won't be a Rastafarian, you're gonna die. You won't be a Christian, you are going to die. With these, you know what I mean, with these all these other how to call it, these other nations.
Right.
You understand? Every nation on the earth have a God that looks just like them. You understand? Every nation except Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. And the Lord gonna famish every single one of them. You understand? The Lord bring judgment on this earth. You don't want to be close next to any white man, any Chinese, any African. You understand? And we're gonna read on and you go see who. Again, read on.
And men shall worship him.
And men shall who?
Shall worship him.
You're gonna worship, you're gonna know to worship the Lord on that day.
That's right.
You know what I mean? What the UPK doing right now is preparing you. You understand? Preparing you to, you know what I mean, for on that day. When that day come, you already know how to fall in line, what to do, how to act, what to, you know what I mean, what to do. You understand? Because you'll already be entrenched in your culture in the UPK. All right? Read on.
Everyone from his place, even as the Alice of the heathen.
You understand? Meaning wherever, because the Bible says what? Israel is scattered throughout the entire earth.
Right.
And wherever we are, you understand? We're going to come and worship. We're going to worship the Lord. You understand? Wherever we are. All right, read on.
Come. Verse 12. Ye Ethiopians.
Hold on. You tell me what I call him, king of what? King of kings. King of trying to take black man reputation and put it onto a nasty Ethiopian. That's you know what I mean. That ain't good. You know what I mean? Read one more time.
Ye Ethiopians also ye shall be slain by my sword.
Ye Ethiopians, you will be what?
Shall be slain by my sword.
What does it mean to be slain?
Killed.
Lord is saying that these Ethiopians, he is going to put them to death.
That's right.
You understand? Ain't nothing as whoever came with Selassie and this, that, the other, they don't know the Bible. You understand? You can't be a so-called black man and want to, you know what I mean, uphold Selassie as, you know what I mean, as somebody who was great. He maybe was great to the so-called Ethiopian people, but to black people, he is not. He is filth. According to this Bible, Haile Selassie is filth, and the Lord is going to kill him. You know what I mean? His people, I should say. You understand? The Lord is going to kill his people. Right? Read it one more time. From a Rastafarians.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 12. Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword.
You understand? There's only one king. I mean, one king, and that's Christ.
That's right.
You understand? For blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. One king, and he came from the line of David. Selassie never came from the line of David. You understand? Never. You understand? As they like to say, King David slept with the Queen of Sheba. That's a lie.
That's right.
You understand? That's something made up. You understand? Just like Christmas, just like marriage, so-called white man marriage, all those things are myth. You understand? Easter, myth. All those things are made up. You understand? It has nothing to do with the Bible. It has nothing to do with black people culture. You understand? Selassie is not from the line of David. Selassie is from the line of some filthy Ethiopian. You understand? Christ is from the line of David. You understand? And blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, the blood flowing through your veins is that blood that Christ have and all the disciples. You understand? You have that blood in your vein, in your system, not these Ethiopians. You understand? And we are not Ethiopians. Now, carry me to Revelation 17 and 6. All right? Well, when he get it, he gonna see it, right? To show you where, you know what I mean, where they try to get this King of Kings from. When Christ is the King of Kings. Right. Ain't nobody else. Can't take that, they can't take that stature from Christ. You understand? That's why we tell brothers and sisters, we don't vote. The Most High already give us the man who is to be in charge of us. So what the hell I doing going and vote when that ain't going to change my life? You understand? Voting don't change your life. We've been voting ever since you started having a government, right? And look at the condition of black people wherever you go. In Jamaica, look at the condition of black people. Is the politician helping black people? You understand? In Trinidad, is the politician helping black people? Go in any Caribbean country, even in America, are the politicians helping black people? No. Politicians don't get paid to help black people. You understand? That's why we tell you don't vote. We already have a king, and that king wants us to obey the Most High, right? Revelation 17, read 17 and 6 and tell me what I have.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 6.
Where it have King of Kings? Well, 14. Just go to 14.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
These shall make war with the Lamb.
With the Lamb, and we know who the Lamb is, right? We in Revelation. Right, that Lamb is who? Christ is that Lamb that was slain.
Right.
Right? What's his name? Selassie. He is not a descendant of Christ.
That's right.
Not. Will never be. Didn't come from the line of Christ. Right? Read on.
And the Lamb shall overcome them.
Uh-huh.
For he is Lord of lords.
For he is what?
For he is Lord of lords.
Christ is Lord of lords.
That's right.
You understand? Ain't nobody else taking that status from Christ. You had to be a fool to think you could do it. I mean, because I read in I believe it's in Luke 19 and 27 what Christ said. Let's finish this off, and then we'll get
And kings of kings, and they that are with him are called and chosen.
You understand? And they that are with him are what? Chosen. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian, the Lord chose you. You understand? He chose you to be his people. You understand? With Christ being your king, not Selassie. You understand? Right? Read what Christ say in Luke 19 and 27.
The book of Luke, chapter 19 and verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would have not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
What did he say?
Bring them hither and slay them before me.
Christ is your king.
That's right.
You understand? Ain't no Haile Selassie going to bring his head going to be rolling on that day. And this is what I don't understand. Like you calling yourself a king, and some white wench have to put a crown on my head. Come on, man. I'm a king, but a white woman had to put a crown on my head, right? No, who you trying to play? Right. You ain't gonna play me with that. Right. You know what I mean? Who gave Christ his crown? The Most High.
Right.
You know what I mean? Who crowned better? Christ. That is the man who you're supposed to follow. You understand? Not Selassie. You understand? You following after Selassie, you just want to be a drug addict.
That's right.
You want to smoke weed whole day and just Jah Rastafari whole day.
That's right.
You understand? And eat herbs and whatever, and berries. You could do that. You understand? All right? I should say you could do it. You should not, or you cannot do that. Or the Lord is going to, you know what I mean? He's going to punish us.
Right.
All right? Anybody any questions? You all could type it in on the Facebook or the YouTube. All right, we're coming up to the end. I didn't realize I take up so much time. All right, come on.
I know we got the scriptures as far as speaking on how our people are simple and how how we are vain. Is there a scripture that specifies like how stupid the other nations are?
Go to Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy 32. All right. 32 and 21, I believe. All right. Deuteronomy. So I don't know if you all heard the question. Repeat the question one more time. Speak a little louder so they can hear you.
Come on, sir. I was just wondering if I know the scriptures speak on how our people are simple. But I was wondering if there's a scripture speaking on how these other nations are, stupid.
Right. So it's all right. So Deuteronomy 32 and 21. So let's go in milk on you. All right. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 21. They have moved me to jealousy.
Right. So this is the Lord's speaking, right, to the children of Israel. Right. And basically, I should say Moses, but directing it to the children of Israel. Right. Saying what? You have what?
They have moved me to jealousy. With that which is not God.
So he's saying that we have moved the Lord to jealousy with that which is what? Not God.
Right.
You know, son, just like what we want right now, Rastafarianism, right? That is not of God. Right? Dreadlocks, smoking weed, worshiping Haile Selassie, that is not of God. All right, read on.
They have provoked me to anger with their vanities.
Right? See, we have provoked the Lord because we want to be drug addicts or weed heads. You understand? We have provoked him to what?
To anger.
To anger. We have provoked him to anger. By us, you know what I mean, going into these churches, going into the mosque, believing in Buddhism, Hinduism. You understand? By us doing all these things, we anger God.
Right.
You understand? Read on.
With their vanities.
Right, with their vanity. Meaning, what's vanity? Anybody quick? All right. Right? Nothing. Vanity is nothing. Right? Come on.
And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people.
Right. So he's going to move them to jealousy with what?
With those which are not a people.
That is not a people. You understand? So he moving us to jealousy with people who he don't even consider people.
Oh,
come on.
So could this be like how the Lord, how Esau used to say, well, in the Constitution, how it says like consider us to be 3/5 of a man.
Right.
This would be like a rebuttal to how the Lord don't even look at them as people.
Yes.
Okay, come on.
You understand? So that's why we say the American Constitution basically is for the white man.
Right.
That ain't for us. We might read it just like the white man. He picks the Bible up and he try to read it to tie himself into it.
Right.
You talk to a genuine white man who actually read the Bible and genuinely love the Bible. In his mind, it is speaking to him. Just like a black man today in America. Right. A black man today in America, he genuinely looking for love from the white man. So he's going to read the Constitution and he's going to genuinely think that he is part of it when he's not.
Right.
You know what I mean? Somewhere in there in his mind, where say we are all created equal. In his mind, equal means me and the white man the same. We both we bleed the same blood.
Okay.
That's not the case with the Constitution. When it says being equal, it means the poor white man and the rich white man. It means what's his name? Washington, George Washington, and some farmer.
Right.
They're equal. They're the same. You understand? Not Toby and slave master. They're not the same.
Right.
One is slave master, one is Toby, one is a slave. You understand? Yes, one is 3/5. Right? Come on.
I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation.
But it provoke them to what?
To anger with a foolish nation.
With a foolish nation. You understand? You understand? That's how the Lord looks at it. Like all these other nations, and I know it's specific, it sounds specific to the white man, but you could take that and run with it to all these nations that is over us. You understand? Because we jealous the Chinese. We even jealous the Africans. They at least they have a land, even though it's fly and doodoo, they could go back to. You understand? You know what I mean? They could have, you know what I mean, exotic animals like, you know what I mean, like hyenas. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They, you know what I mean? They have, you know what I mean, they have these things for them. A lion right in the backyard. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? They you know what I mean? Like the Lord basically put it in a position where whatever you see these other nations have, you're in a position where you're gonna want it. Yeah, but they're a foolish nation nonetheless. And that's how the Lord look at them. All right. And a good one also too is 2nd Ezra 6:54. Where it speaks about them being a spittle. You understand what I'm saying? Like he doesn't recognize these other nations at all. You understand? He does not. The Bible is basically speaking to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. He uses these other nations as a whipping stick because the Lord ain't like me or yourself who, when you have kids and they disobey you, you right there to whoop them. You understand? The way the Lord whoop us is by putting the white man over us, by putting the Chinese, the East Indian over us. That is the way the Lord whoop us. You understand? And now as a people, for us to get out of that condition, that situation, we're going to come together. You know what I mean? So it's not that if I hold the Lord's statutes and commandments, that means I'm good. Right. I might be good, but as a people, we're not. Right. That in it myself is not going to get us out of oppression. Right. You know what I mean? Like I had to change You had to change. Black people have to change. Hispanics, Native Indians, we have to change. Meaning we have to do the law, statutes, and the commandment. Meaning you have to come into the UPK. You know what I mean? I try, and I mean I can't cut the corner, but you have to come into the UPK for that to happen. You understand? Ain't no other way you're gonna get it. Ain't no other place you're gonna get it the way you get it in the UPK. You know what I mean? You're getting it, you know what I mean, undiluted. You know what I mean? Straight diabetes you're gonna get here. You know what I mean? Come on, where we at right now? Okay. Any more questions on the Facebook or the YouTube? Or about that one? Come on. Oh yes. Give me Acts 5 and 31. I'm whole Acts 5 and 31. I just waiting to see if anybody have any questions before I read Acts 5 and 31. All right. How about that one? If the young man have any question, you could just let him ask it. No. Or Akaya, if you have any question. Hello?
Acts 5 and 31.
So, how about that one? You all talk a little louder. Use the outside voice.
Salaki, sir, we are not no question as it.
No question as that? Okay. All right. Come on. Then we go into Acts. We at Acts 5 and what? 31. Let's go to Acts 5 and 31.
The book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 31. Him hath God exalted with his right hand.
Right. This is Christ we're speaking about here right now, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. All right. This is Christ is being spoken of here right now. Right. Read on. Sorry, read it again.
The book of Acts, chapter 5 and verse 31. Him hath God exalted with his right hand to be a prince and a savior.
To be a what?
To be a prince and a savior.
To be a prince and a what?
And a savior.
And a savior. You understand? Selassie ain't saved black people from what? That's right. What has he saved black people from? Nothing.
Right.
You understand? But Christ, he gonna save you. You know what I mean? And he want to do it. He had the Lord, he up there with the Lord, waiting for the opportune time for when the Lord gonna be like, you know what, Christ? Go and get them people. Go and get them niggas, them spicks, them wetbacks. You understand? Tanto, go get them. You understand? Right. All right, read on.
For to give repentance.
For to give what?
For to give repentance.
For to give repentance. You understand? Read on.
To Israel.
To who?
To Israel.
To Israel. Ain't no other nation gonna get it. Right. Ain't no other nation gonna get it. Them Ethiopians, the Lord is going to kill you all. You understand? And the Lord wants to do it. Right? Oh, come on.
I have a nice one. That the book of Exodus, chapter 11. Book of Exodus, chapter 11 and verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, and that ye may know how the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
You understand? Like that's the Lord right there for you. That's right. Like he making sure. You understand? He want to deal right with you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? He's fed up of the white man, what the white man doing. You know what I mean? I don't know if you all seen the news on what the white man doing to so-called Mexicans. And of course, of you know what I mean, what's going on right now in Venezuela. You understand? Like somebody had to pay for that. Right. You know, somebody have to pay for all these Israelites dying. You understand? All these Israelites in like suffering in that type of way. Somebody had to pay for it. You understand? And the Lord going to ensure that that these nations, they're going to pay for everything they have done to us. Right. everything. You understand? Starting with the white man.
Right.
You understand? He gonna have to pay with his life.
Right.
All right. Let me see. One question here. Break down on Ecclesiasticus 3:26. Let me see if I have it. If I don't, I'm get it for next week, right? Come on.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3, and verse 26. A stubborn heart shall fare evil at the last.
Right. So a stubborn heart should what?
Fare evil at the last.
Why is a stubborn heart fearing evil at the last? Read on.
And he that loveth danger shall perish therein.
All right, so read it one more time.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3, and verse 26.
Read verse read verse 24.
Verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
Right, for many are deceived by their vain own opinion. All right, just like your Christians, right? I mean, whoever is not in here is basically deceived by their own opinion. You know what I mean? Your opinion that growing your hair ain't nothing wrong with growing out dreadlocks. That's your opinion. You understand? Smoking weed. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with smoking. That's your opinion on smoking weed. Right? And the Bible is saying what?
For many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
All right, read on.
And an evil
suspicion
have overthrown their judgment.
You understand? Has overthrown their judgment. You understand? Some evil suspicion, something where they think, you know what I mean, is, you know what I mean, might be, well, it's for health reasons. You know what I mean? I do this for health reasons. This is for my I forget what, glaucoma. You know what I mean? I take this to you know what I mean, because I'm stressed out. You understand? That's an evil judgment. You understand? Read on.
Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3 and verse 25. Without eyes, thou shalt want light.
Right, without your eyes, you're gonna what?
Want light.
Without your eyes, how are you gonna want light? What are you gonna see? Read on.
Profess not the knowledge thereof, therefore that thou hast not.
Like, meaning you don't know. You understand? You can't, how to put it? You're not put it in a good, come on. Basically, you understand? Like you can't see where to go, basically. But you want to tell somebody, you think you had the knowledge of telling somebody what to do, when to do it. You know what I mean? How to do it. When you don't have it. You understand? You ain't sitting now in class to learn how to, you know what I mean, to see if the Lord going to at least give it that gift. You understand? Read on.
Verse 25, 26. A stubborn heart shall fear evil at the last.
Right? A stubborn heart shall fear evil at the last. Because at the last it's too what? It's too goddamn late. You understand? It's too late. You understand? You stubborn. But at the last you want to do what? You want to what? Fear evil. It's too late. Read on.
And he that loveth danger shall perish therein.
You understand? You love selling drugs. You understand? You love smoking weed. You love doing all these things. You're going to do what? Perish. You're going to perish therein. You understand? Like my lady say, you live by the gun, you die by the gun. However you live is how you're going to die. You understand? You choose to live that life, that fast life, that life in the fast lane. You know what I mean? Then you're going to die in it. Right. You know what I mean? You're going to think, you know what I mean? You could, you know what I mean, stop at the last when it's too late. You understand? It's like telling somebody, man, stop smoking weed. Stop smoking weed, Lord gonna kill you. Then 2 months or 2 years or a few years down the line, doctor diagnosed you with cancer. It's too late. You know what I mean? It's too late. It's a done deal. You know what I mean? Now use you one in the front line for the marathon to fight cancer. Nigga, it's too late to fight cancer. Fighting cancer starts with putting the blunt down right now when you don't have it. That's how you fight cancer. You understand? How you fight AIDS is obeying the Lord laws on what? On sex. That's how you fight AIDS. You understand? Fighting AIDS don't come from popping a pill. You know what I mean? I forget the name of the pill that they have out with them homosexuals have, where they say that they're pushing them to take before they have sex so that they'll transmit the AIDS. You understand? Condoms don't stop AIDS. You know that, right? Come on. All right? Like you think you could you could, you know what I mean? You could get around what the Lord laid down. You ain't gonna get around what the Lord laid down. The Lord have a plan for you. You know what I mean? You think you're gonna put on all the rubbers and beat all the holes in the world? Lord has something for you. Called throat cancer. You know what I mean? Call, you know what I mean? Call whatever. He gonna make a name for it. The white man go, not he, but the white man gonna make a name for it. And the white man like to name diseases. You know what I mean? All right. So read it one more time. 26.
Come. Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3 and verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
A stubborn heart shall fear evil at the last.
Mm-hmm.
And he that loveth danger shall perish therein.
Right. All right. Daddy Lord, that, you know what I mean? Again, a warning. You know what I mean? Almost like being sarcastic. You know what I mean? You love to do this. Well, go ahead. Try it. You know what I mean? Try it. All right. Let's see. All right. So one last one. To the sister says she wanted Ecclesiasticus 9 and 18. All right, this is the last one. Ecclesiasticus 9 and 18. Come on.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9 and verse 18.
Uh-huh.
A man of an ill tongue.
A man of a what?
Of an ill tongue.
You understand? That's how black people talk. You understand? But that one, what it means by a man having an ill tongue?
Cancer.
No, any brother in there? Uh-huh.
I would say the one who speak things that are not of the Most High.
Right. Good. All right. So somebody who has an ill tongue, he ain't speaking, you know what I mean, what's right. He ain't righteous. Whatever coming out his mouth ain't right. Right? Read on.
Is dangerous in his city.
Is what?
Is dangerous in his city.
Right? You saying Jesus loves everybody, that's an ill tongue. And it's dangerous. You understand? You talking, it's okay, we could come together with white people, hand in hand with white people, and sing Kumbaya. It's evil. It's going to get black people killed. You understand? It's dangerous. As you can see, is how dangerous it is. You understand? All right, read on.
And he that is rash in his talk.
So he that is what?
Rash in his talk.
Anybody who want to tell me what does it mean by when somebody is rash with his talk? What does it mean? Young man? Oh, Akaya. What does it mean when somebody is rash with the talk? Huh?
Slacky, sir.
Come on.
One who is rash with his talk, he doesn't mince his words. He just speaks anything that comes to his mind.
Right. He just wherever come to his mouth, he talk. Not his mind. Wherever come to his mouth, he just say.
Can't, sir. Can't.
He just rash. He ain't how to put it. The white man he's not irrational. Yeah, right. He is irrational. You understand? He ain't thinking before he talk. Right? Right. Read on.
Shall be hated.
Shall be what?
Shall be hated.
Shall be what? Hated. You know what I mean? You always saying some garbage flying, SHIT flying out your mouth every time. You know what I mean? You won't be what? Hated. You know what I mean? Just watch your mouth. I mean, you come in here, you shut up and learn. You understand? You shut your mouth, sit down, learn, ask a question. You understand? That's the same thing. Is the same thing for like for a woman. Go to Proverbs 9 and 13. Right? This is something similar to Proverbs 9 and 13. You understand? And I'm gonna leave you over this one. Proverbs 9 and 13.
The book of Proverbs, chapter
9. Worry. You know what I mean? You're gonna get it.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 13. A foolish woman is clamorous.
Is what?
Is clamorous.
A foolish woman is clamorous. Meaning what? She is rash. She just like to run that mouth. She loud. Right? And how you know the fool in the room? The one that talking the most and the loudest. You understand? That's how you know the dumbest in the room. You walk in any room and you hear that person trying to command or you know what I mean, the whole room, whatever. That's the dumbest person in the room. You understand? That's why I say what?
A foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple.
She is what?
She is simple.
That's the Bible way of saying she is stupid. Right? Read on.
And knoweth nothing.
And knoweth nothing. You understand? You rash with your mouth. You know what I mean? You might say something to hurt some brother, some sister. You understand? And you constantly doing it because you're rash. You ain't thinking before you talk. You're just running your mouth. Right. You understand? You're going to be hated for it. You understand? So to not be hated for it, just shut your mouth. Think before you talk. What it says? Speak when spoken to. You understand? Speak when spoken to. Think before you talk. You know what I mean? Come to class. Shut your mouth. Learn. Ask a question. You know what I mean? And you're going to be loved for that. Right? And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commanding General Yahanna. Rules for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There is an additional 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21, and Malachi 3, 8 to 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew,
which is pronounced Ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher, priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation is a Feast of Blowing of the Trumpet. When is it? Lucky. Feast of Blowing of the Trumpet would be September 28th, 2019. Reminder to brothers and sisters, check the social media on isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and for other events and material. If a brother wants to be a trooper in his school, he must start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, I medium. Wapenya Hakodam means turn to the east, rise and face the east. So I'm going to repeat the Lord's Prayer. In the Hebrew, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kudash, Ayah, Shapah, Yahweh, Malakwathka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamayim, Lathananawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Basalak Lanawa, Kabawat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawat Yanawa, Mala'a, Thabaya, Salakia, Thabayanawa, Anasayawan, Abal, Shainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwath, Wa'ala, Wathapara, Wa'lamyam, Aman.
In the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Sir, turn. One courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, I Madam Shabbat, I Madam Rock. Yahweh Shem Yashab Rakatam. Class dismissed.